Hey guys, Mark here. I hope you're all doing well. I've had a few requests to show you how to make a paracord spider, so in this tutorial we're going to do just that. We're going to do a fairly simple design that shouldn't be too hard to follow. Since Halloween is also slowly approaching, this can be a nice project to scare your loved ones with. As far as supplies go, you're going to need 2 cords, each about 6 feet long, and I recommend that you use cords that are of a color natural to spiders. You're also going to need a sphere of some sorts. I usually use a wooden ball about an inch in diameter, but you can also use just a stone as long as it's not too heavy. For the legs of the spider, you're going to need some soft wire that you can bend into shape, and this wire will serve as the core for the legs of the spider. You're also going to need some scissors and a lighter, as well as a lacing needle, and finally a dowel rod or PVC pipe in order to tie the globe knot, which is going to be tied in the first part of our tutorial. So with all of this said, let's move on to tying the globe knot, which will cover our wooden sphere. So I have my PVC pipe here, and I'm going to use one of the cords. I moved about 2.5 feet into the cord, and I'm now going to start tying my globe knot. We're first going to do 4 wraparounds around our mandrel. Then we're going to take our right end and we're going to travel to the left, going over, under, over, and under. We're now going to take our left cord and we're going to travel the opposite towards the right. So we're going to start with an under, then go over, under, and over. So like this. We're now going to take our right cord and we're going to double the cord going to the left side. So we're going to follow it. So we start with an over, then go under, over and under. We're now going to double the cord coming to the right side. And we're going to do that by following it, starting with an under, then go over, under, and finally over. We're now going to split these 2 doubled sections, and we're going to start at the top. So take your right cord, and we're going to start with an over, then go under, over, under, and over. So with the other cord, we're going to go over the cord that we just used, then split the 2 parallel cords. We're going to start with an under, then go over, under, over, under, and over. We have only one more step to do, and we're now going to split 2 more parallel cords, which are this one here and the other one at the other side. And we're going to do that by going the opposite of these 2 cords. So we're going to start with an under, then go over, under, and over. And with this we have tied a basic globe knot. We now need to double it up, which is a very simple process. We're going to take another cord and line it up right next to the first cord that we used. You can see that I'm lining up my cords here. And we're now going to enter the knot. We're going to follow this standing end, and with our working end, we're going to follow it all the way to the other end where we're going to exit the knot. So by simply following your first cord, you can double up the knot. I would recommend using a lacing needle here to make your job a bit easier. And simply continue until you have doubled up. Once you have doubled the knot, it is time to cover a wooden sphere using this knot. So what we're going to do is slide it off of our mandrel, and we're going to cover our wooden sphere. And we tighten this knot by using two cords starting on one end, and we pull out the slack by going through and exiting at the other end. Continue until you have tightened your knot around the wooden sphere. So once your knot is tightened, I shaped it up by rolling it up between my palms to get a nice oval shape. And the next step is going to be to make the legs of the spider. So to make the legs, I use some soft wire, and I'm going to place it into a gutted piece of paracord and then seal the ends in order to make the legs. You will need 4 of these legs for your spider. So we have the body and the legs ready, and the last piece is to take a small piece of cord, and this will serve as the fangs for the spider. I usually also place a piece of wire into this small piece. We're now going to form the body for the spider, and this is done by taking one set of cords that will serve for the core, and with the other two we're going to line up a series of cobra knots. So first we're going to tie a cobra knot to the left side in order to secure our cords. Now we're going to place another cobra knot to the right side. But before we're going to tighten it, we're also going to attach one of the legs for the spider. So take one of the legs and slide it under the 3 cords on the right and over the cord on the left. Then tighten up your cobra knot. We're then going to create another cobra knot to the left side, and with our right cord, we're going to go behind the leg and then tie the cobra knot. Then this will secure it both on the left and right side. And now we're going to continue with another cobra knot to the right side. And again, before tightening it, we're going to insert one of the legs. So under the 3 cords on the right and over the cord on the left. Then tighten up and create another cobra knot to the left side. Remember to go behind the leg on the right and then tighten up. Simply continue this until you have all 4 of the legs attached. So we've finished all 4 of the legs, and we're now going to attach the fangs, which is done by first taking the 2 cords coming out through the middle, and we're going to tug them under a few sections at the bottom. And before tightening it, we're going to feed our fangs through that loop. So like this. And do the other one as well. And we're now going to insert our fangs and then tighten our loops in order to secure it. And we also get a nice look at the front for the spider. Now all we need to do is cut the ends, and we have come to the final part of this tutorial, which is shaping the legs. Now, depending on how hard or how stiff your wires for the legs are, you're going to need to shape your legs. And with this wire that I'm using, this is fairly easy. You can play around with this in order to get the perfect positioning for the legs. So with this, our spider is complete and we can start scaring our loved ones. So guys, I hope this tutorial was useful. It's not a hard project to do at all, but it does require some patience as well as some improvising. So with this said, thank you for joining me and see you next time.